time when there was a contest, she was too busy feeding her pugs. So I want to introduce, lastly, Jennifer Grube.
Appreciate that, and especially to Keith. Now, you know, a person cannot go wrong at Laughing Matters when they open up a speech with drug use. Right? So he had us from the get-go, from that very first sentence. My only thought was, gosh, I'm really upset that Scott Allen wasn't here today. Oh, gosh. So you gave us a humorous speech, which also was a great speech to bring to our club tonight, because go figure, we like humor here, right, at Laughing Matters.
Laughing Matters.
So, and what Keith did is he gave us a chronological account of his knee surgery, and then at the end of that, he told us what he learned from it. So tonight, I want to talk about a couple of things that I think that Keith did really well, and a couple of things that maybe he can improve upon. But before I get there, I just want to say, Keith and I are like kindred souls, because I'm going through physical therapy myself right now, and I can attest to the fact that he had Brad the devil. Well, I have the evil witch Bridget. And the first thing she did was she tested my range of motion. I could not walk for 5 days, and I said, this PT stuff, well, PT is the term for those of us that have gone through physical therapy, is a bunch of bull crap. So, but it works. If you stick with it, it works. Am I right, Keith?
Yeah.
So, first off, things that I really liked, about your speech were you just have great jokes, as always. You have a real affinity for being able to construct speeches and set up the line and deliver the punch, and that's something that you always do really well, and you continue to do that tonight. Keith did something in his speech tonight that I don't think I've ever heard Keith do, and that are accents. He did several different accents, and I like that because I hadn't heard you do that before, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And Keith also had great organization, talking about how the whole setup with how he came to be getting his leg shaved and going through the surgery and waking up. And I really liked how he said he was like, it was like he got a back alley lobotomy. He had great uses of the English language like that, you know, talking about Vicodin, the devil, and a couple of things to think about for next time are, you had some real subtle gestures, and I might encourage you to have some more pronounced gestures. One of the things Keith did that I kind of find myself doing is I'll use one arm a lot. So one time someone said it was like I was pumping oil on my arm. And I noticed you kind of had that going on, first with your left arm and then a little bit with your right arm. So I would think more about those gestures and really make them more meaningful. And secondly, I might try to differentiate those accents a little bit more, because your drooling idiot that came out of the surgery sounded a lot like Jim Carrey, but it also sounded a lot like Brad, your PT guy. So that just might be something to think about in the future, but I really enjoyed your speech. I wish you'd come back to the club as a member, and I will see you at Post Toast Studies.